Introduction. Production in general can be divided into two aspects, namely positive aspect and normative aspect. Production in Islam is more emphasizing the normative aspect. In general, it is defined as the creation of goods or services that provide utility according to priority based on Shara'. It's not just to add or meeting the demand for a good, it's even more to forming morals for success in this world and in the hereafter. Falah.
We'll continue with the function or role. The function of Islamic economy is for the balance of individual and society benefits. This production is to get the economic utility and at the same time is to increase the physical condition and spiritual material of human morality, which can achieve the life purpose based on Islam. The halal production activity is to not cause harm in people's lives. It will give benefit to individual and society when the production not have any element that can harm others. To compare with the haram product, it will affect their healthy. Next is can give advantage or benefit to them when humans work hard and produce to meet the spiritual material needs, such as use the land or for produce vegetable product, can help society to generate the incomes. So they also can do various activity in the production that can fulfill the market demand and human needs.
Production also provide and improve the usefulness of products where the activities are connected by a consumption and distribution chains. Economics operations will halt if there is no production and production activities. Production theory in the traditional economy is meant to provide an explanation of a company's action in purchasing and using input for productions and selling outputs or goods. There is no agreement among traditional and Islamic economists on the classification of the production factor. For production factor refers to all type of input that join the manufacturing process to produce output. Humans are classified as a production factor in economics as labor, while land, building, equipment, and inventory is classified as the capital. For material, everything the business buys to generate output, including energy, water, and raw material for production, is classified as a supporting material in economics. Of course, other factors such as money, labor, and technology are needed to process raw. The definition of manufacturing products is used broadly in the Quran, where the benefit of the production generated are emphasized in the Quran, where good must be produced in response to human needs. This means that products must be manufactured to meet human needs rather than to manufacture needless luxury goods that do not meant for humans need material.
The function of production in Islamic economy is to fulfill human needs. Human needs are not solely based on unlimited ones but more on needs such as food, water, clothing, and shelter. Therefore, the Islamic economy will produce product and service based on human needs. Besides that, the function of production in Islamic economy is to use natural resources. Examples of natural resources include land, plants, water, and heavy metals. Humans also used by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to use the natural resources for needs human beings and society. However, human beings must prudently in managing natural resources for production, product, and service. For example, humans must maintain and support the sustainable forest ecosystem.
Function and role of production Islamic economy. The first one is function. Production function in Islamic economy explaining the function relationship between input and output. Whatever mathematical for the production function takes, the basic identity of the any production function are input. Inputs are how they related with output. The most commonly taken the input are labor and capital, also total factor productivity. The second one is role. Production Islamic economy. The role of the production Islamic economy, the Islamic economic system is the collection of the role, values, and standards of conduct that organizing economic life and establishing relations of production in Islamic society. Those role in the Quran and Sunnah, and also the evolving the life of Muslim all over the global. The types of ruling is a property distribution, sector, and economic freedom.
I would like to talk about the issue of poverty and income inequality. The concept of production according to a mixed economic system that has been going on for centuries has endangered people. in gap between rich and poor is very significant. It shows that the system that has been implemented is increasingly causing social problems and does not bring prosperity to society because as a system, the owner of capital in this system are individuals and compete in the free market so that the strong will be stronger while the poor will be poorest. Undoubtedly, the conventional economic system has succeeded in creating a modern and affluent society, but only in part because the other part, there are still many people living on the poverty line as a result of not being able to compete with investors. Therefore, the main point to be conveyed is to explain the basic differences between the factor of production from the perspective of conventional economists and Islamic economists.
Next is planning issues. In planning issues, it refers more to emergency activities, for example, in the agriculture and non-agriculture sectors. In the early days, there were always huge gaps in planning the agriculture and non-agriculture sector. During a drought, there is a flurry of activities that abruptly ceases when the drought ceases. There is a similar growing problem where we visualize the economy of production playing a major role. For example, the allocation fuel for agriculture in times of scarcity. There are many important issues in analyzing fuel allocation for agriculture, including the sensitivity of use to operating hours and the appropriateness of the use of renewable resources.
Third issue is labor issue and wages determination. The principle of determining wages so that wages are commensurate with the field of work and the quality of labor is no strong support in Islam. Sultan Kastin and Abdul Ghaffar claim that categorizing labor as an input of production may contradict the concept of man as the caliph of God. The principle that wages should meet the basic need of worker is consistent and can be implemented in an integrated manner in the labor market system. They also question the concept of conventional economic labor that labor is only a part of the resource owned by human when used in the process of labor production is an input, but the concept is not suitable to be used to analyze because Islamic economy is based on strong doctrine and belief different from the concept of conventional economy based on reason alone.
It's about issue involved, which is in theory production according Islamic economies. Production is the activity of processing raw materials into finished products. Processing raw materials requires other factors such as capital, labor, and technology. In Islam, another factor is added to the production process, which is the blessing factor. There are also several opinions about production. First is according to KAF 1992, production activities in an Islamic perspective are human efforts to improve not only their physical conditions but also morality to achieve the life purpose as outlined in Islam, the happiness in the world and hereafter. Second, according to Rahman 1995, he emphasized the importance of fairness and equity in production, even distribution of production. Last, according to Al-Haq 1996, production purpose to meet the goods and services needs in fardu kifayah, which is the need for many people to be compulsory.
In conclusion, it is clear that the production function of Islamic economy is for the balance of individuals and society. This production is to obtain economic utility and at the same time is to improve the physical condition and spiritual material of human morality that can be achieved the purpose of life as outlined in Islam. Besides that, the haram product will be avoiding from this production because have stated in Al-Quran, and the haram product like alcohol, pork and so on will affect the healthy in the network or business from production, distribution to consumption. Everything must be based on Islamic law such as the Quran and Hadith.
So from conclusion, capitalist system failed to bring prosperity to people, especially society. And second, Muslim investors adhere Islamic principle when carrying out production activities in order to obtain blessing.